Two of these questions force you to use the rules method that we went over last week. Which of the following moods is potentially valid? The answer was none of these. The answer was none of these. That was on purpose. The first one, triple I, won't do what? Automatically. Yeah, it won't distribute the middle term. So I's are out. I also kind of said off the cuff, if both of your premises are particular, you won't be able to draw a conclusion because it will break one of the distribution rules automatically. B, AAE, that one breaks which rule? That one's the negation rule, because the rule is the same number of negations found in the conclusion will be the same number found in the premises. Your conclusion's a negation, but neither of your premises are. So that breaks the negation rule. Guess what? C also breaks the negation rule. C also breaks the negation rule. Because our conclusion is a negation, neither of our premises are. So that was E. Occasionally, none of the above is the right answer. Yeah. Some of you made that mistake and you thought, oh, it can't be none of the above. Well, I made up the questions. It can be. Anyway, now, you consider the following syllogism for the next two questions. Now, I gave you a hint. I said the mood of the above syllogism when in standard form is. That was almost telegraphing the fact that it wasn't already in standard form. How did you know that it wasn't in standard form?
Major terms. The major term is not in the right place.
Yeah, well, not middle term. What you wanted is...
Major term.
Yeah, the major term should be in the first premise. The major term has to be in the major premise. So when put into standard form, it was I-E-O. So that should have been C. That was the first one of those that I gave you that was not already in standard form. That was there to keep you honest. The following syllogism is best described as, it is invalid. What was the reason?
C.
Yeah, it was actually D. The middle term is in fact distributed. How do you know that? Because one of your premises is an E statement. E statements distribute both subject and predicate. And as long as there's an E statement, the middle term will be distributed. It was invalid due to an illicit major term. O statements distribute predicates. So that term in the conclusion has to be distributed in the premise. And it's what? It's not, because I statements distribute neither subject nor predicate. So that was an illicit major term. That was D. Now number 4 shouldn't have been difficult because you've what? Seen this one before. Not this exact argument, but you've seen this mood and figure. All fans of classic video games, you could, yeah, we'll do it fans. All fans of classic video games are those who appreciate Super Mario. Actually, we'll do Super for Mario because we have Madden. Some fans of Madden are folks who appreciate Super Mario. Therefore, some fans... Oh, whoops. Some fans of the Madden games are fans of classic games. Yeah, that's it. I almost made a bookkeeping error there. Sorry about that. Mood and figure, A, I, and middle term is here. This was A, I, 2. Some of you cut to the chase and you said invalid due to an undistributed middle term. A's don't distribute predicates, I's distribute nothing. So your middle term is undistributed. For those of you who like diagrams, we'll draw it big. Our letters were F, S, M, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All F or S looks like this. Now, how do I diagram some M or S? Some of you who did this diagram did it spot on. A couple of you who did it misplaced the X. Which two sections represent some M or S?
5 and 6.
5 and 6. And because 5 isn't shaded in, this goes on the line. And because it goes on the line, you could have said what automatically? Yeah, this one is invalid. Because if this one were indeed a valid one, the X would have been squarely in the 5. Yeah, and it's not. So this one was invalid. Don't make a bookkeeping error like that on the big one. Questions about that before moving on? I did not bring a blank copy of today's homework. I'm just going to go over that. Give me 30 seconds to run. It's really close. I carried the wrong homework.